Hello everyone, welcome to this video. I'm Yasushi Ishikawa, teaching professional Fodan. In this video, I'll be providing the commentary on the quarterfinal match of Kishin Tournament Europe between Zakkerman, who is Władysław Zakrzewski, against BuggyDClown, who is Eduard Panko. So, Sente, Władysław Zakrzewski, he's a former European champion and a very strong player. And BuggyDClown, Eduard Panko, he's a player who's getting stronger recently. So this is a challenging game for Gote. So let's take a look. So Gote chose Ureshino, which is a effective strategy in this time control. The time control is 10 minutes sudden death. So both players should end playing within 10 minutes. So before Ureshino was kind of a surprise attack, but now it's very frequent and even professionals sometimes play. So this is just one of a normal natural strategy now. So Sente created this shape, maybe aiming for the rapid advancing silver or bogeying. So silver could also come here, but after the exchange of the pawn here, the rook can take this pawn. So maybe Sente felt this uncomfortable here. So Sente just plays slowly. So taking this bishop was also possible, and bringing the bishop here, then the silver can't go up anymore. So this was also good, I think. I think better than the rook here. Mm. But his idea was to push this pawn and force to go back the silver with the rook. This is also possible. The similar idea with the bishop here to push in this pawn. Mm. So now this is just equal. At least Gote protected the rapid attack from Sente, so it's not a bad position for Gote. And Sente is also creating a strong castle, so this is just equal. And pawn to 2-2 is a safe move, but in this position, pawn to 2-3 was correct. Because there's no danger of being attacked with the bogeying or something. The second file is already safe, so Gote should have dropped a pawn here. And sometime later, the Gote can bring the king to 3-1 or 2-2 later. So maybe this was too passive in this position. But still okay. Maybe this was a little too aggressive. Just the natural development like this. And to attack uh, from Go from Gote, the rook should always go back sometime, so it shouldn't always be here. Just going back, for example, here, this pawn will be attacked, but it's okay. Gote can attack the edge like this, and if Gote has one lance, the lance can be dropped here. So maybe Sente should go back the rook first. Then Gote will attack this. So Gote should have played this way, I think. And the actual game wanted to push to the pawn, and this was a good defense. Hmm. So maybe Gote didn't expect this defense and tried to attack to try to kind of counter attack with the silver here, sacrificing the horse bishop and dropping the silver. It's usually too much, too aggressive, but in this position, it is working, I think. Not a very bad attack. This is a technique, but still Sente lost one pawn, so and it continues with this move, so it's not very bad for Gote. Hmm. So Sente try to create the place to drop the bishop somewhere. Hmm. But the bishop here is too early. It will be taken like this or this with the rook, so it will not work. So he just took and dropped a silver here. I thought this wasn't a very good move, but mm, maybe the silver here was a little dangerous. But it's hard to see from Sente because this is just a normal move, and mm, it's not sure to play this way. If Sente takes with this pawn, the silver will just go up like this, for example, or like this way. This isn't a very good shape, so comparing to this position, taking with the silver is natural. So, but yes, this is a little rare case, but the bishop sacrifice very early worked in this game. So Gote is playing very well, and this is the total time used by both players. And in the right side, in the use time section, uh, this is the time used for each move, and this is the total. So both players still have enough time. Mm. So this is a little weird. Maybe mm, he should have jumped the knight. It could be a misclick or something. Just jumping the knight is natural because the bishop here will not work. The dragon can trap the bishop or just the gold is enough. Mm, not yes. Since he had two pawns, uh, he attacked the edge. But if he does this attack, the rook should be in 8-4 because this pawn will be taken with the knight, and the dragon here isn't a very good position. Mm, mm. So before this move, before the silver comes here, maybe he had a timing to push uh, the pawn here to force to go back the rook. But this pawn push has also a weakness. For example, later there will be a pawn drop here, and for example, the bishop drop here sometime later. So the timing is important, but he could have pushed in this position before the silver 5-4. Mm. But still, the position is almost equal, I think. Mm. Just the pawn drop here was correct. Mm. Maybe he hurried too much here. Just the exchange of knight and the lance is not enough for Gote. Maybe Gote wanted to drop the knight here, but just a pawn drop was enough. Just no very strong attack from Sente yet, so and Sente could defend with the lance here. Maybe it was better here to stop the rook here compared to the actual game. Last 8-4 was it better, I think. Hmm. And Sente needed one more lance to block the rook, the dragon, and one more silver. So this is a little too heavy. Hmm. So maybe just the lance drop to 8-4, then the dragon is stuck, so Sente could continue the attack, for example, from so just giving up the lance and attacking from this side, like this or like this. Then it was a close game, I think. Maybe he used Sente used too many pieces here and couldn't capture the dragon at the end. Maybe he Sente didn't see this move. So in this short time control, yes, one mistake will lead to a very bad position. So it was a little unlucky. Maybe he didn't see this move. Hmm. So he played patiently and got almost the reverse position, but again, Gote got advantage here. Then this is Smelo with the gold here in the next move. Now, since Sente has no more attacking pieces, Gote plays just slowly. There were always the Tsumi with the knight here, but it doesn't matter so much. And Gote won the game. So, as a summary, in the opening, Gote could force the go back center silver. This is not a bad opening for Gote, but this was a little too passive. This is a usual move, but Gote should play this only if there's a danger to be attacked with the silver. And I want to say for both players, Sente shouldn't keep the rook here too long because after the edge attack, the rook will be captured. And Gote also shouldn't keep the uh, pawn's position here because later the silver went back until here and the silver exchange happened. So Gote had also the timing to push the pawn somewhere sometimes. So then this was a little too early, I think, but it worked in this game. Since it was not easy to defend in this position. Mm. But from here, maybe the if Gote attacks the edge, the dragon should have been here. And forced to go back the rook and then attack the edge. And this was better, I think. But he wanted to protect this pawn, but the dragon's position wasn't very good to attack the edge. And here again, pawn to 2-3 to chase the rook was better. And in this position, the it became almost equal, and this lance taking the knight was too early. Just pawn drop was better, and then the position has reversed, I think. But yes, the last drop was very critical here, and the actual game he dropped it to 8-6, but 8-4 was better, and maybe it was a close game. And after that, um, Gote got an advantage, succeeding in exchanging the rook, and Gote won the game. So, as a conclusion, it was a very difficult opponent for BuggyDClown, but he successfully won the game with a sharp attack. So this shows how he's advanced through this tournament. And it was a little unlucky for Zakkerman. So thank you for watching. Bye bye.